Shauna, we talked the other night about you guys getting back to who you were. How much of that is just defense, and how did you guys maybe kind of get back to that way?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's where it all starts for us is really on the defensive end. So with us being more aggressive, just more intensity, and I think some of it just has to come. And I really think the other night was the first time we kind of looked like ourselves. And if we can have that pop to us and really get after it defensively, now we can, our offense comes and it really flows from there. So it all starts on the defensive end and rebounding for us. So hopefully we can take that and use that confidence and carry it into tomorrow and all the games to come.
Did you see that building in the week of practice, or is it something that kind of popped up really heavy on Sunday?
I saw it in practice. That's the biggest, really the thing for us is the intensity that we practice at, and I really just think we had a great week. Really got after it on both ends, but it just something about it. I don't know what it was, but that week, I mean, we pushed them, we were competitive, we played against each other, we scrimmaged, and they just kind of got it back.
When you put up 90, is it a concern at all when Makaira's not a huge part of the points scored?
No, I mean, that's a good thing, right? If we can score 90 without Makaira, and she only scored, I know what she had. Yeah, so that's a really good thing for us. And, she'll come. She's coming along. She just hasn't practiced and has been out. So in order to get your legs under you, get that confidence, that game feel, it's a lot different than even, here in practice court. But she just hasn't had practice time. So I know there's no one that I trust more. Makaira will be back, and now when she's scoring her normal 20 and we're scoring 90 without her, that's a great thing.
There's something maybe you see from her though in practice or in a game, Makaira, that tells you that she's kind of turning things around, or what you look for from her?
I just really think it's just the feel of the game, when she has the ball in her hands, not stop. So it's a little bit different too from a point guard. The reads, the passes, just being able to have that flow to you. And then obviously her offensive side, her shots, being able to get her legs under her. And that's where it's just going to be reps and practice, going game speed. And she's out here working out right now. So just getting that feel back. And I really think with her too, it's a couple shots going in and seeing it go through the net will really make a change for her.
For Adalia McKenzie, the last two games have been her best two games of the season. What have maybe noticed from her the last two games that you'd like to see?
It started with her too on the practice court and just really being focused and just her normal motor. Like when she has a motor, we're really, really good. And there wasn't spans where I had to pull her because she got tired. She was able to play at a high intensity level for a long period of time. And when she's in that mode and that mindset, she's attacking, she's defending, we're at a whole nother level. She's really like our X factor. When she's going at a high level, not even scoring, when she scores, it's a bonus. But when she's defending and moving and has that energy, we're a really good team.
Has she always been that person that you can put their best wing on defensively, or has she grown into that role since you got here?
I've challenged her with that since I got here last year, and I thought early on that was one thing I wasn't as happy about her game early on. The first few games was her defensive effort, but starting at Notre Dame and going into our last game, she was really, really good defensively and rebounding. So those are the things those are the standard. Now, if she can score like what she is doing and finishing at a high level right now, the next step is still getting her three-point shot, to fall during a game. But I know last year one of her goals was to be all big defensive team, and this year again, and I know she's capable of doing that. It's just about her being focused and sustaining that energy.
How's Cam, and what do you expect her status to be for tomorrow?
Yeah, she's practicing as of yesterday, so she's good to go unless, knock on wood, something happens. But she should be back, and we should have our whole entire team back for a game, which is a great thing. And and on the practice court today. So I'm excited about that.
How much can you learn just having everybody available for a game? This is the first game, yeah, all season.
I think so, yes. And you know, we were fortunate last year. We didn't deal with that many injuries. We had, you know, Makaira was out at a couple games, and that's when Jen kind of stepped in. And then late in the year, we kind of ran into all those injuries, but we didn't have it throughout the year. And so that's been adversity for us this year. But it's part of sports. And like I said, I'm never going to sit here and use it as an excuse or anything. People have had to step up. People have had to, you know, roles change a little bit. But I know one thing, I can't wait to play and practice with 1 through 14, because we haven't reached our, you know, we're just starting to kind of get that togetherness, and I think you saw that the other night with the defensive side. Is really, we just are starting to feel each other and kind of get that connectiveness that we haven't been able to get this year just due to injuries.
Just one more about Makaira, if I could. Like, beyond her stats, obviously those are written about, but like, what's her presence, just her energy on the court? It seems like she talks a lot and she's very, very vocal out there.
She changes, you know, our practice. She changes the game. She's, you know, her, Jen, KB are leaders, I would say, but they all lead in a different way. And Makaira is one of the more vocal ones, and especially as a point guard, for her to be that one talking, and then just she sets a tone defensively for us. I mean, she just moves. She has great, you know, pop and energy defensively, which really sets a tone for the rest of our defense. So she does so much beyond, you know, scoring baskets. That's why it's so nice just to have her back here, and even just on the practice court with us, because we have better practices when she's out there.
Everybody good?
Thank you.